ONYIYE. I was feeling so sad because I was all alone. Was so bad, and there she goes. She touched my heart and said, "Ebezina knows we go."
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Sonia's Corner. Welcome back to the corner. So today, oh by the way, I'm wearing a top. So today, I'm gonna be doing a makeup tutorial. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a summer get ready with me. Not like a get ready with me, but a summer look. So yeah, it's gonna be glowy. There's gonna be a glitter. There's gonna be summery colors. There's just gonna be life, because you know in the summer that's when you really come out. So yeah, so I'm just gonna be doing like a subtle summer look, like daytime to nighttime look. It's gonna be cute. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So guys, it's gonna be a talk through as well, so I'm just gonna be talking and letting you guys know what I want. Yeah, I'm just kind of talking through like my life, updating you on my life, letting you know what's been happening, what's been going. So yeah, basically in a nutshell, my life has been pretty alright, I guess, to be fair. It's not been too bad. Basically, I've just been doing my dissertation, you know, the way school is, you know how that go. I'm basically going to be rounding off from uni. If you guys don't know, I just handed in my disso and I have high hopes for it actually. But let me tell you, the journey was not easy. You know how everyone's like, oh yeah, third year is just gonna be so crazy, like you're just gonna be stressed all the time. And yeah, everyone made such a big deal about third year, about how uni is gonna turn out, about how uni gets harder. And I would say some bits are true and some bits are like personal to you. Like it's those bits, some bits are like, oh, like if you want your uni experience to be like that, it will be like that, you know what I mean? So in terms of like, oh, is uni gonna get harder? Yes, that's like, that part is like completely true. It's not gonna get any easier. You're just gonna get more stress and stuff. But in terms of like, oh, can you manage the stress? Yes, 100% you can manage the stress if you want to. Like uni is a thing that you have to do like for yourself. It's not even, uni is never gonna them situations where it's like my parents forced me to go to uni, therefore I'm going to uni. There's some people here obviously like that, and obviously if you're like from an African home, the expectation is that you will go to uni. There's no like point back period, there's no debating about that. They'll make you do your masters and probably your PhD, to be fair. But we are 2019 people, like, and everyone is grown out here, so everyone should make their own decisions, like just despite when you're from like a strict home or whatever the case may be. But I will say, if you are thinking of going to uni, think about it long and hard. Think about it long and hard, I'm telling you right now, because I know so many people that have started with uni that dropped out. like first year they actually dropped out, like 2 or 3 weeks into first year. No one saw them again, and that's because it wasn't a decision they made for themselves. And yeah, and you do kind of feel instant regret, because uni is not for the faint-hearted. Honestly and really and truly, like being completely honest, it's not for the faint-hearted. Like you have to have willpower and energy, because these lecturers will test you. Yeah, so there are times that you feel like, oh my god, I really want to actually quit uni. Like those people that quit uni, I get their struggle, but the thing with uni is at every point you have to pull through, because it will not get easier. And that's what I always had in my mind, that uni is not going to get easier. So at every point you just have to do your best, really and truly. You just have to do your best and put in the effort. Like, I know everyone, I'm going to sound like some old woman, but uni is what you put into it, because majority of uni is independent work. You will have to do independent work, you will have to work alone, you will have to do coursework alone. Obviously your supervisors are there to help you, but majority of the time, everything you will be doing on your own. So you do have to have willpower to actually do it, because it is tough out in the streets. But what I would say is, do not be pressured or forced to go into uni. That is one thing that people do not understand. And that's what African parents really do not understand, that they want to force their children to go to uni and study what they do not want to study. Or just because I told you I'm going to do law or medicine as a child, they take it as Bible. But people change their mind. You go to school, to like secondary school and stuff, and then you actually find like what it is that you are interested in, because obviously from A levels, that's when you start picking what unis you want to go to, and A levels narrowed down to what you like, so you can choose what is best suited to you. So if it's alright to change your mind, even in first year. It's alright to be like, I don't want to study this anymore and I want to change courses. It's alright to do that. Do not feel like you're letting anyone down, because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to study the course. So you know what is best for you, like what you can handle as like workload. Girl, this palette was trying to test me. But yeah, it's only you that can handle it. Obviously your parents tell you what to study, but they're not the ones going to sit in the exam hall with you. They're not the one going to have the uni experience with you, and you're just going to be alone doing it all. So you have to choose something that is really worth your while and something you can stick with. For me, I would say that I am so happy and glad with the choice I made for my degree. I'm doing media and communications, and it kind of was en route to what I wanted to do. Obviously when I was younger I was like, okay, I want to do medicine. Now when I got to secondary school, I did performing arts as one of my subjects, and I really liked it. I got an A star in it. I was pretty good at it, I would say. I liked it. However, I knew that I didn't want to study performing arts, as well as my parents would not let me study performing arts. That's not even like, it wasn't even going to run. But I knew I wanted to do something to do with the media industry. So what I didn't know, like I researched and I was like, what is something I'm really interested in? Like I really sat down and thought about it. What am I interested in? And I'm definitely interested in like writing and like yeah, mostly like interested in writing, to be fair, and just general like media stuff. I talk a lot. I have a very big personality. So it was like, where do I challenge that to? And I'm a very crazy person as well. I literally go off. Like if I say I'm going to do this, I will do it. I don't procrastinate when it comes to things like that. I'm a very impulsive person. I make decisions like today, this very second. If I'm like, oh, I want to go to London, I will go to London. I'm not the type of person that would think about things too long, because I know when I think about something, and then I would just trick my mind into deceiving me to not going or not doing whatever it is, to procrastinate basically. So this was when I was making my decision on what I wanted to study. When I went back to Nigeria, I don't know if you guys know this, but my dad has a radio station. So I went there, and like me and the OAP, online personality, was we're like messing about with sounds and talking on the radio and stuff. And I know this might sound very cliche, but it came so natural to me. Like it felt like that was where I was supposed to be, on the radio and stuff. And if you guys don't know, that's what I'm going into. I want to be a radio presenter. I also want to be a movie director. Well, a director, movies, music video, everything. I just want to be a director. So and I just knew, and honestly that's what I wanted to do. So when I came back and obviously applied for uni, I applied for media and communications because it offered everything. And if you don't know me, I hate exams. I'm the worst at it. I hate it. I hate revising. I just hate everything that has to do with exams. So when I found out that this course was all coursework, to be fair, I was just like, sign me up, sign me up. I want to do that. Sign me up. Where do I sign up? Where do I put my name? Like I was so excited because there's nothing in this world I hate more than exams. Obviously, coursework is demanding. However, you can do it in your own time. Like you have majority of coursework in uni is they give you 1 month to do it basically. So you have time to do it. You have time to do your research. You have time to do a draft, and you have time to write it. So, but with me, I don't do a draft. Like when I start writing, I just change it as I go along. I don't do like a whole draft and then do another one. I just like write it and like change it as I go along. So yeah, so when I found out that, right, so I've just discovered that this glitter palette, I got a glitter palette over the weekend, so I've just discovered that it is kind of like liquid based. So, and I've just, oh no, oh well, I've messed it up. Anyways, so ooh, nice. Yeah, so what was that coursework? So yeah, as time went along, I just, hold on, I have a month to do your coursework. So I would say, okay, I know, okay, I would say do your coursework when they tell you, okay, this is what you need to do, this is your brief, start your coursework then. Obviously, I kind of don't, because I just start planning what I want to do and really kind of ease myself into it. But I would say start right away if you can. If you have the willpower, start right away, because you say, oh, you have 1 month, I'm gonna start this, I'm gonna start later, I'm gonna do this, do that. And I was the biggest procrastinator in first year in terms of uni work. So I would always leave it because I would think, okay, I have 1 month, I have time. But really and realistically and truly, you don't have time. You actually do not have any time. Because by the time you're saying I have time, it comes it will come at you fast. That 1 month you think you have, oh Jesus, it will come at you fast, like you never really expected it, and it will come at you. So I would say start right away. So if you're thinking of also if you're thinking of what is it called, going to uni and studying media, I would say choose, even if you're good at exams, I would say choose a coursework based subject, solely because you want to get the best out of your uni grade. And I feel like with exams, you just go in, you write it, and wait for results to come out. Now with coursework, you have your supervisors there, you have the internet there, you have previous students that have done courseworks on it that you can look back on and see what you're meant to do. So you kind of have a leeway with that. So if you want to do media, I would say do something along the lines, do something definitely along the lines of coursework, because you do not want to be stressing out and just bugging out about nothing. So therefore I would say choose coursework. Now I'm talking about the academic side of it, because no one talks about that. When you come to uni, everyone is just like, it's going to be a rave, you're going to have maximum freedom, you're going to live your best life. But go to your academic stress it enough. Go to your lectures. Like, even if you're in first year, hold on, let me finish my eyeliner. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you're the one paying for uni, so you gotta go and you gotta pass. So don't think about first year as, oh, I'm gonna just play and live my best life, I will make it up in second year, because really and truly you are paying for it, so you might as well go. So, but that's not to say that you okay, I've missed out putting on base, but we move regardless. Okay, yeah, that's not to say that you shouldn't have a social life, because really and truly first year is the only time that you will have like a complete proper social life, because when you get into second year and third year, it will do you vumnaya, it will literally hit you in your eye, because you never expect it. It's such a jump from first year to second year, like it's not even a thing, like where, oh yeah, I will make up in second year, because second year you'll be doing completely different modules and you will not understand what is going on, because it will come at you fast. It will actually come at you fast. So enjoy your life in first year. Enjoy it, because after that you actually have to focus on uni and actually do uni work. So enjoy your life in first year. Second year is when it gets serious. Even though you're doing a coursework based subject, it gets higher. So first year you probably do like a 1,000 word essay, 1,500 essay, something you're used to in sixth form. Now when you get to second year, they up the ante. You will be doing 3,000 word essays, and you will be scared, because when you start writing it, you will discover that after 1,500 words, you will not have anything to write. So at that point you need to go see your supervisor, because the way your supervisors will pull, they'll be like, okay, so you said I here, they will pull it out to I will be a girl that will go to the market and will come back with fruits. So you will not even know how they will drag it out, and you will get to the 3,000 words and you won't feel like you need to write more. So second year, I would say be more focused at uni, because that is where most of your marks will come from. Because basically how they mark it is they'll take your best grades from the whole 3 years. So just think about it like that. Like when you get to third year, even though they tell you third year is 80% of the whole year of like your whole grade, and that you obviously wish, oh, I should have mocked about a little bit more if I knew, blah, blah, but they will still take the mark. So you do want to do well, so that even if you don't do that great in your third year modules, they will bring your mark from somewhere. So that second year that you think will not count, they will bring it up, and you will be ashamed when you are seeing 40 and 50 and 50. You need to aim at uni to keep your mark above 65%. Like really and truly, you need to aim to keep your mark above 65%, because from 65 upwards is a 2-1. So you do want to aim to be getting 2 1s and above, because it's a good grade to have. So that's second year. Third year you have no social life. So second year you can maneuver that a bit, go out here and there, and then still be able to revise and all of that. But revise and have exams and do research for your coursework. But third year, you gotta seat your house in the house. All those Becky's inviting you for party, let's go and groove. We gotta stop, because when you get into third year, there's no time. Because at most universities, okay, Coventry Media and Communications do not do this, but most universities, you will start writing your dissertation proposal from second year. So you do need to know what you do want to do for your dissertation from second year, even though they don't talk about it. If you want to come to Coventry University and study media, they won't. So you do need to know what you want to do, and it will change it. So don't think you're gonna stick to that question. Just have a vague idea of what you would think you can do. Now, I always knew that I wanted to do something relating to social media, Instagram. Like I always knew I wanted to go down that route, but I didn't know like what I wanted to do. So now third year comes along, and then you have to do a dissertation proposal. So you think about your question. You have a supervisor, so he will like guide you through your question, and like you guys will tweak it and change it until you're perfect with what you want. Now, when I got my supervisor, I was gassed because he's the youngest, no offense, youngest out of the team. So I just knew that he would give me fresh ideas, we would walk through something. So it was just gonna be like great. So he asked me what I wanted to do. Straight away I was like, social media, Instagram specifically. I know that's what I want to do, but I don't know what I want to do, so like along those lines. So he was like, we're playing around with ideas. So he sent me away, he was like, think about it and then come back. And I was like, what do I enjoy doing when I'm not, oh sorry to interrupt, I'm gonna interrupt a little bit, but I got this Fenty Beauty loose powder, and I'm gonna try it out today. Back to what I was saying. So I was like, what do I do on a daily basis when I'm not at uni? Watch YouTube videos, watch influencers. So I was like, raw, that could actually be my question, you know. So I came back and I was like, I want to do plus size influencers. And he was like, well done, sons. Now what about plus size influencers? That was when I was stuck, because I didn't know. What I knew was I wanted to do something on plus size influencers, and then social media, and then Instagram. But I did not know what questions I wanted to ask. So he sent me away again. You're writing a 10,000 word dissertation, so it is going to change as you go along. You're going to talk about different things, and then you realize I can change my topic to fit what I'm talking about. So yeah, so came back to him now, and then I was like, okay, I need to also add some theory into this, so what can I do? So we dabbled and dabbled and dabbled, and then we finally came up with plus size influencers and the impact they have on consumer culture. So I was like, calm, 30, this is good, I'm gonna talk about it, I know everything about it, like YouTube should employ me, kind of shit. Like I am all about influencers and everything. So now I start writing, and then obviously I write every 2 weeks. We have, the way Coventry University does, every 2 weeks you have a meeting with your supervisor. So yeah, you have a meeting with your supervisor, and then every 2 weeks, and then he tells you what to do and how, not what to do, but he tells you what you're doing is great or what you're doing is not great, so do this instead, blah blah blah. So every 2 weeks now I go to him, and then we're changing and we're going, and basically I felt most of the time like I would just want to cry and quit uni. That was literally my feeling most times, and that was solely because we kept on changing it, and he kept on being like, take out this paragraph, take out this whole section, and bear in mind like all these sections are like 1,000 words, 2,000 words, so every time he would be like, take out something, I would get less and less motivated. As time went on, I realized that when my dissertation was coming together, I realized that what he was doing was for a reason, and yeah, it was great. So I'm smiling because as I was writing it, I discovered that, oh my god, like this is so interesting, like finding out new things that you didn't know before from doing research, and just it's just so interesting. So obviously at the beginning I was like, I actually called my mom and I was like, it's a wrap. It's actually a wrap. I don't know what I'm doing. And also halfway through my dissertation, my supervisor decides he wants to go back to his country for Easter, and I was like, what's happening? Like, what's actually happening? So that really threw me off completely. And then there was talks about extension. He was like, you should get an extension, blah blah blah, I'm gonna be back in 2 weeks. I was like, sir, I'm not excuse me, because bear in mind, like after this uni is not over, you know, like you still have presentations. and exams and whatnot. So that's if you're doing an exam course, you still have all of that to do. So, and you do not want a situation where you're thinking about your DSO and you're thinking about exams at the same time. So you want to make sure that if they give you 1 month to do, if they give you 1 month or 2 months to do your DSO, you want your DSO done. You don't want a situation where you're like still doing your DSO when everyone's submitted. Like, that's not nice. So, and I told him, I was like, listen, I'm not gonna do that. I'm so sorry, sir, but I mean, I'm not the one. I'm not going to have an extension on something you're meant to be here for. And I was blunt with him. I was like, I'm not doing that because you're meant to be here to supervise me as I do this. So I will not be getting an extension because you are not here. So we had a few Skype calls, and you know, so basically a few Skype calls later and no responses of email later, I finally was able to finish my DSO. He gave me the okay to submit, and I was good. So now that I've submitted, I had a presentation to do because we went on a trip to Germany and had to like write about it and all of this. So I had a presentation to do. Now, another thing you will get in uni, and which everyone is kind of or should be familiar with, is group work. Group work will test you. Group work will take everything away from you. Like, after you do group work, they should just make you president, because group work is the hardest thing. That being said, we had to do a presentation in front of the whole class about what we found out in Germany. So obviously the whole group, like all my group members went there, so we just kind of had to put bits and bobs together for it. And when I tell you that these teachers, they were brutal. Like, they were like, so what was your focus on? So what did you do? What's your research? I'm not seeing anything specific. Where is your group members? I was just there. Really and truly, sir, I can't answer all those questions. I'm so sorry. And then obviously I was trying to hold myself together, like I'm just trying to put myself together, innit? Like, I wasn't trying to cry because those things were hurtful. Like, I was hurt. So then one of my group members started crying, and I was like, well, it's over. See me trying to cover myself together, you're here crying. So she started boiling in tears, and I felt so bad. Like, I like, because she is so cute, she is like the cutest person, and she always tries to like get everyone on the same page and blah blah blah. She works really hard, so it was kind of like a kick in the face. It was kind of a kick in the face for her and for me too, but she couldn't handle it. So yeah, she literally burst out crying, and then I started crying, and then it was a whole mess. So yeah, so this all happened yesterday. So today we had another meeting with our teacher, and she basically said, okay, do this, and make it more specific, focus, and all of this. So as I said, rah, that's calm. I was like, calm. Like, and basically I have 1 more week of uni left. I have 1 more week of uni left, so after the presentation I am done. Next thing I have to do is my graduation, and best believe, honey, this is about to be a vlog. So I'm gonna vlog all of that, and y'all gonna see. I'm gonna vlog my whole experience and everything, and it's gonna be great. My eyeliner didn't really come out well, but we move regardless. So yeah, and for grad, I don't really know what I'm gonna wear. I'm thinking something more on the 2-piece, maybe 2-piece Ankara, or I don't know. My graduation is July 17th, and that day is going to be ONYIYE, because I have so many things planned. So it's going to be clubbing. It's gonna be everything. You're gonna see it all, hunty. So I'm very excited. So the moral of the story is, if uni is not for you, don't go to uni. You will make friends for life. You will make friends not for life. You will make friends just so just know that the friends that you make at freshers are not gonna be ultimately your friends for the whole of your uni experience. So just keep that in mind when you're making friends. Another interruption. I just got this Fenty Body Lava, and for the summertime, because you know I feel glow, honey. So I'm just gonna try it out for you guys today, for you guys to see. I got it in gold because I feel like when you're lighter skin, gold appears more like better on you. And yeah, so well, that's just my personal opinion. The texture is like oily, and that it's like not too oily, just like oily enough. Not like oily, but moisturizing is the word. It's very moisturizing. It feels very moisturizing, and yeah. So, oh, you will just be glazing it left and right. So, yeah, you will feel good. So, yeah, I'm gonna zoom you guys in. So, and this is what your body should be looking like. Yeah, wait, I should probably go put on a wig or something. So this is the final look. I'm gonna zoom in, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and got some tips and tricks on how to do a glowy summer makeup, and also uni advice from my personal experience. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Love you. Bye.
Beats by Dim's really.